Okay. So, is it worth it? And the answer might be yes. But I would also implore you to just sit with that answer for a moment longer. Is it still worth it? In our food freedom, it's all about creating choices for ourselves and having freedom and confidence in those choices and understanding that restrictions don't really serve us forever in the long term. Um, but it can be empowering to say no to a certain food that you know isn't going to make you feel good. And you know that it's not even that good to begin with. The Chips Ahoy in the break room is not really an experience, right? If we think about a Chips Ahoy in the break room, that stale, sad looking cookie compared to maybe your mom's fresh baked cookies, hot out of the oven, it's the holiday season. There are foods that are totally worth it. And maybe your mom's fresh baked cookie is, but maybe the Chips Ahoy isn't. And it's just all about discovering that. It's a constant discovery process. Now, you may also find that some boundaries that you set, perhaps during your goal setting mode, really work for you. And you really feel empowered by those boundaries. By all means, if a boundary works for you, keep it in place. Some people might have this boundary around gluten-free foods and foods that do contain gluten in them. Maybe they discovered that actually there really is no situation in which a food that has gluten in it is worth it to them, and that's okay. They're just going to keep living their gluten-free lifestyle. So boundaries aren't always bad, but it's important to have flexibility around everything else. So keep the boundaries that work for you if there are any, and have flexibility around the rest of them. Also, develop language and confidence around your food decisions so that you can navigate social settings with greater ease. I think it's really helpful to practice this. Practice it with yourself, with your loved ones, um, how you might feel more confident in a restaurant setting or a social setting, maybe a work function, so that you can stand by the food decisions that make you feel good and really serve you. So you don't always feel like you're bowing to pressure. And lastly, understand there are no slip ups or good versus bad foods in this food freedom. There are only choices, and those choices come in varying degrees of helpfulness. So, we really don't want to demonize food here. What we need to do in our freedom is have control and confidence in our choices. So, just to recap, we talked about a post diet world and how in a post diet world, we're not moving from diet to diet. We're actually just creating a foundation. And we might have goals, but those goals always fit on top of our foundation. And we also keep in mind that those goals are short term and that eventually we need to kind of break free from that and find a way to live harmoniously with our food choices and not create, a constant cycle of stress. And lastly, I'd just also like to note it's always okay to go back to the foundation if you feel like some of those foundational principles are slipping. The foundation is something that you work on really for life You can always return to it. Now, I understand that this is the post live version of this recording, so the Q&A portion of our presentation will not be included in this video. So I do apologize for that, but I would encourage you to ask myself, Caitlin, or Vernon if you have any questions at all. And I'd just like to thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. And if you could make it to the seminar, if you're still watching this, I don't know why you would be, haha. But thank you for coming to the seminar. We really, really appreciate it. And we've been really impressed with everybody and really excited about this 6-week Ready for It challenge. So thank you again. Have a good day. Bye.